Hello everyone, my name is Legendary Gamer, and today I am here to give you my full trailer analysis of the Eisendrache trailer. It's Eisendrache, not Eisendrache, apparently. That's one thing that was revealed in the trailer. Eisendrache instead of Eisendrache. I feel like people still keep calling it Eisendrache, but first of all, I want to get out the way why I haven't been uploading a lot. So, I've been live streaming. I did live stream the 100 subscriber stream special, which obviously took some time, and it was a lot more time to live stream than a normal video. So I kind of thought, hey, I don't have to come out with more videos for those days, since that video kind of counts as 3 or 4 because they were so long, like 3. But so that's why I didn't make 2 videos a day then, and then after that I kind of took a break. And alright, it was a small break. Sorry that I haven't been uploading for you guys. I'll get right back to the 2 video a day thing. But yesterday the trailer for Eisendrache came out, and I thought I'd give my full trailer analysis for you guys. And I wanted to tell you guys what I think is important in the trailer. Now keep in mind, if I find something in this video that is also in somebody else's video, I made sure not to watch anybody else's video before making my own, so I did not steal anything if I find something that somebody else found. But we're gonna get right into it. Now the first thing I should probably mention is that the first thing I noticed, which a lot of you are probably surprised by, it's not something that I noticed that everybody else didn't notice. Everybody probably noticed this. Eisendrache is actually called Eisendrache. That's how Dempsey said it in the video, or that's the closest way I can say what Dempsey said in the video. It's pretty close, but if you want to hear what he said exactly, you can go watch the trailer for yourself. But the first thing is, it's not that important. Doesn't tell you that much about a map, but it's called Eisendrache, and I just want to know if people are going to still keep calling it Eisendrache, because they just don't feel like saying Eisendrache. I don't think I can say it in rapid succession. But on to the next part. Now let's get into some screenshots that actually have more significance in the map. So one thing I noticed that everybody else also probably noticed, don't worry, everything in here won't be so obvious, is that the boss here kind of looks like the boss from Origins, and it's also the boss from or one of the figures that I've seen in one of the calling cards in multiplayer, I'm very sure. But yeah, he looks like the boss from Origins, which is pretty cool. But on to the next screenshot. So this is where we get into the more less obvious parts of the video. The rocket. Now, obviously, most of you are thinking, well, this is going to be part of the Easter egg, but what does it mean? Why are they firing a rocket into space? And I just noticed you can see a gumball machine that's not activated in the bottom right hand corner there, but why is there a rocket? What I've heard some people say, and what I thought myself, is that they're launching it at Griffin Station, which is probably true. That's the only thing I could think of, that they're launching the rockets at Griffin Station. And for those of you who haven't played zombies that much, you'll know what Griffin Station is. It's the station that you go to when you're playing the map Moon. That is Griffin Station. So I think that's what they're going to try to destroy. I could be wrong. Also, another thing I wanted to mention is that obviously this map carries on the zombies storyline from the Giant, not the Shadows of Evil one, even though it was revealed in the Easter egg. They're basically the same thing, but this map does not have that much to do with Shadows of Evil, but I still think it has some things to do with Shadows of Evil, which I'll explain more in other screenshots. Now, the next thing that the screenshot doesn't show very well, but you probably remember it from the trailer, when Nikolai basically jumped from one part of the map and was flown all the way to the another part by some sort of trampoline like means. It looked like he got on this platform that looked like the well-known zombies platform for teleporters, and then he landed on another one which looked like another teleporting platform. So I'm wondering if this is like a different approach 2 teleporters, because it is an enemy research station, it's said in the trailer by Dempsey. So maybe they were trying out stuff like this. It's kind of be like an alternate mode of transportation that you don't need teleporters. I don't know. I just wanted you guys to think about that. Is it just that, or does it have more significant meaning? Now, here's where the trailer gets a bit more interesting, in my opinion. As you can see, Takeo, which initially I thought it was Richtofen, but if you look at his hands, looks like Takeo is wielding the Outrider Specialist, the bow from multiplayer, the Sparrow. And initially I thought, oh, it's just a bow and arrow that's basically supposed to be like the Sparrow from multiplayer, which you know, in the Giant they had the Annihilator in it from doing the Easter egg. You could get the Annihilator from doing the Flytrap Easter egg, where you basically find certain items in certain parts of the map, and Maxis will find out where you are, and then you'll get an Annihilator from the Furnace by Teleporter. What was it? I think it was B over there. I think it's the B one. I think that's it, B. But I thought that maybe this would be the same way. You have to do some sort of Easter egg objective for Maxis, so he can get more information about where you are in your location, just like in the Giant, and it'll give you another specialist weapon, because it's implied that it was actually sent through time, a rift in time, the Annihilator was. So I thought this would be the same way, until, first of all, this bow doesn't look that much like the bow for multiplayer. Like the Annihilator in the Giant looks exactly like the Annihilator, but this bow looks a bit different. And if you look, there's this little red symbol that kind of looks like, I could be wrong, and I probably am, Apothicon language to me. So I'm wondering, did they get this from some sort of means? And I'll actually talk about what I think that means, those means are, in another screenshot in the video, but let's continue for now. And the next screenshot is what very obviously looks to be the Wonder Fizz machine. And for those of you who don't know what the Wonder Fizz machine, it's a perk machine with a sort of twist. You buy it and it gives you a random perk in the map, which is pretty cool. It was in Origins, and that's when it's first made its debut, but it looks like it'll be returning in Eisendrache. So be excited for that, all you people who like Wonder Fizz. Now, in the next part of the trailer, we see the head of a dragon coming out of the wall, and or just being like coming out of the wall, eating zombies that I guess are being killed near it. Now, immediately this reminds me of the dogs that you would feed in Mob of the Dead that you would ultimately need to get the Hell's Retriever. And it's very interesting because Mob of the Dead is supposed to be it's confirmed it is in the same universe as Shadows of Evil, even though it's very much implied that the zombies and everything else isn't being controlled by the Apothicon. It's being controlled by the fucking devil, but whatever. Okay, I don't know how that makes a lot of sense. Maybe it's supposed to be like that because it's supposed to make you think the zombies are being controlled by the devil, but it's actually the Apothicon. But I'm getting way too into this there anyway. And it seems like you'll need to do the same thing, kill zombies near the dragon heads to activate something. And what I think this something could be is maybe you have to feed the dragon heads to get the bow and arrow that I mentioned. Because if you look around the neck of the dragon head, you can see these little symbols that also kind of look like Apothicon language. And you know, that has to do with the bow. So maybe to get the bow, you have to feed the dragon. Obviously, you're going to need to feed it for something. I don't know if it's the bow specifically. This is all just speculation. So just take this with a grain of salt, guys. This stuff might not be true. Probably isn't true, to tell you the truth. But on to the next screenshot. Now, the next part of the trailer is we are able to see Richtofen using the gravity spikes to kill zombies. Now, Here's the interesting part. That's another specialist weapon that's for multiplayer, except these gravity spikes that are shown in this part don't give any indication of coming from some kind of apothecon source. It looks like it was actually, taken from multiplayer. It looks a little bit like darker than the yellow ones for multiplayer, but whatever. It looks like it's for multiplayer in a way, and I'm just wondering if this was sent from time in Maxis. There are two different Easter eggs. You can feed the dragons to get the bow, or you can do Maxis's thing to get this, another specialist weapon, sent if you complete whatever he wants you to do. But it's cool because there are special weapons you can get in every map. Shadows of Evil, you get the swords, and the giant you can get the annihilator. But in this one, it seems like you'll be able to get two, unless the bow doesn't actually count as a special weapon. It counts as a gun, and then the gravity spikes count as a special weapon. I really don't think it would be the other way around, to tell you the truth. But yeah, it's cool that that's two specialist weapons for multiplayer, and maybe we'll see that more. We'll see specialist weapons for multiplayer and zombies. So maybe in the next DLC we could see the Tempest gun. But of course that'd basically just be like the Wonder Waffle. So never mind. It'd be funny if that actually happened though. We could see, let me think some weapons. Maybe the Purifier, that'd be interesting. A flamethrower in zombies would be pretty cool. It'd go back to World at War when they had flamethrowers in zombies. Pretty cool, but that's basically the end of all the important things I noticed in the trailer. So yeah, thank you all for watching. My name is Legendary Gamer, and you can exit the video now if you don't want to hear anything else about the trailer. But I just wanted to talk about what's going to be going on in February. So February is going to be, and I'll probably talk about this more in another video, February is going to be very important for me, because obviously on the 2nd the DLC comes out, and I'm automatically going to have it because I have the season pass. But not only that, but a week later on the 9th in North America, I think it is, I'm going to be getting Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, which I will probably be live streaming both of those. So that's like, two things in the beginning of February that I'll be live streaming. That's very important because right now the games I have are getting kind of bland and dull. I'm getting bored of Black Ops 3 kind of quickly. I'm not bored of it. It's starting to get a bit bland. But it's not bland to the point where I'm bored. It's still pretty excited. If I go play something else for like an hour, I'll probably want to go play Black Ops 3 for like 2 or 3 hours after that. So I like how by the time that the DLC comes out, I can see myself being pretty bored with Call of Duty at that point, but not too bored, because it's always exciting. There's always more stuff you could do. You're always going to be able to rank up in multiplayer or zombies, unless you're level 1000 in multiplayer or master prestige in zombies, which I doubt you're level 1000 in multiplayer, because only like one person in the world, unless of course you're a hacker or something, one of those people who glitched it and got there legit, in which if you glitched it, shame on you. It's not that hard to level up in zombies in my opinion, but I know other people think it's very difficult because they're not that good. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. Those two important events that will be live streamed. Gonna start live streaming a bit more. Not all the time though, only on important things. But thank you all for watching. This is Legendary Gamer. If you enjoyed my trailer analysis, please leave a like on the video or a comment. I'll probably do more. And have a wonderfully nice day. See you all later.